Hey, all you mixers out there across the world. Hope you are enjoying these tips. This is 5 minutes to a better mix. Yeah, we're looking at 31 mixing tips in 31 days back to back. I'm exhausted, but I'm drinking coffee, so I'm doing all right. I hope you're doing okay. Today, I want to jump into some vocals, talk about some vocal tips, and one of my favorite ones that has really helped me is to mix vocals last. Okay, this is purely subjective, as most everything I say is. This is what I like to do, and a lot of great mixers that I enjoy and I respect actually don't do this at all. They will mix vocals first and bring everything in around it. So definitely not the only way to go. But here's the thing. I mix vocals last because it makes it easier for me. So I will work on the band. It doesn't matter what I work on first. It could be drums, could be guitars, but I'll build everything from one instrument on up. And when it comes time to the end, I like to leave vocals as the last thing that I haven't even really brought it in, except for in my static mix, right? We already looked at static mix a while back, got an initial level, sure. But at that point, I've muted it and worked on the rest of the band. When it comes time to bring it in, I like doing it last because, man, if it comes in last, like my good friend Kevin Ward always says, whatever I tend to mix last, I mix loudest because I'm fighting it to get that level above everything else. So for me, it's like a hack. It makes mixing easier. I just dial it up, not just on its volume fader, but I can dial in compression settings and EQ settings to make sure it sits on top of the mix that I've already done. And I know that I won't mix something after the vocals that will cover up what I've already done, since the vocals are so important. That's kind of my mindset and my workflow. Just wanted you to understand what's happening in my reasoning in my mind. So here's a typical example. I've got the band mixed and I've got the vocal muted right here. No processing on it. I'm about to pull it up at the level it was set initially and then just start processing it to make it sit on top. Here it is without the vocal. All right, so let's bring it in.
Lift up your hands, O you gates, and be lifted up, you ancient of doors, as you wait for the King of glory's coming. The King of glory reigns.
Right, then maybe I'll stack another compressor. Little old trick from another 5 minutes to a better mix.
Lift up your hands, O you gates, and be lifted up, you ancient of doors, as you wait for the King of glory's coming. The King of glory reigns.
Just like that. I mean, to me, it's that simple. I just pull in a little bit of compression, dial in a little bit of EQ, hearing it over the band, hearing it over all the stuff, and then stack another compressor with just a little bit of gain reduction to just get a little bit more upfront vocal gain out of it and call it a day. I have reference because I know it's sitting on top of my mix because I'm hearing it in real time and the mix isn't going to change much underneath it. So mix your vocals last. See if it doesn't help you. It helps me make my compression and EQ decisions and get it at a level really quickly where I'm not usually fighting for that perfect vocal level. I just bring it in last, and it always seems to sit on top of the rest of the band. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you on tomorrow's video, everyone.